This is TFWIRE, Transformers Week in Review, Episode 8, recorded September 25th, 2005. TFWIRE.com.
Welcome to TFWIRE, the special BotCon Roundup edition. I am your host, Jesse / Matrix Prime. As always, I'm joined by Awa64.
Hey there.
D-Buster Prime.
D-Buster's back and feeling prime.
And Pirated TV Pro.
Yeah, getting ready to dish out a cubic buttload of news that came out from BotCon.
And let's get started. First news.
All right.
What's that?
I said all right.
All right, woo. First news story is Alternator's Optimus Prime has been announced. The figure is modeled after a red Dodge Ram SRT. Is slightly larger than the standard alternators, but will still be in the $19.99 price point. And you can find pictures of it at Transformers.com. Are you guys surprised at this announcement?
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, I think everyone was. I mean, I truthfully wasn't really expecting to see any new characters at BotCon, especially from the alternators line. Most of the stuff that we've seen, has kind of gotten out on the net usually before it gets an official release. But this was, I'm pretty sure, a surprise to just about everyone.
Yep.
Great Alternator, terrible Optimus Prime.
No biggie.
Yeah,
I know some people who are huge SRT-10 fans who don't even like Transformers who might be interested in this one.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people will be interested in it simply because it is Optimus Prime, and I guess that's the reasoning behind the Takara Hasbro going with it for Optimus Prime, because the Japanese won't buy truck toys because there's not many of them over there. So by making it Optimus Prime, it guarantees better sales.
Yeah.
So you think this is going to be the only truck alternator we see?
It's very, very possible that it will be, but I'm kind of hoping we'll see more stuff that's in the varied category. Maybe, kind of hoping that this and its remold is the only American truck that we see, but maybe, well, not American, standard truck, but if we see, like, the Chevy weird convertible...
The SRT?
The SRT, if we see that as Cup or something like that, that would be pretty cool, but...
Yeah.
After you have one pickup truck, you kind of have everything down with American-style ones.
Yeah, I'm guessing
or hell, even Japanese-style ones.
We'll see a couple remolds of this, obviously. They might not do them in Japan, but I'm guessing we'll have them here. Everyone was saying, where's my Trailbreaker and
Ironhide.
Ironhide, yeah. So, but we've already got one red truck. Ironhide, has to be red, in my opinion.
I'm not sure Ironhide should be a truck, though. I always liked the fact that he was tough as nails and a completely non-masculine vehicle.
Yeah, I think that the Skids mold would fit him well too.
Yeah, probably would.
The Scion.
There were a bunch of people saying that it was Ironhide when that one first came out.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. I really like it. I really like some of the other alternators that were announced as well, and I'll let you Matrix Prime talk to you about that.
We ready to move on to the next one?
No.
Let's do it.
No, we still got the alternators,
All right.
guys. Okay.
Yep, more alternators.
Yep. More alternators announced. These include Ricochet, which is a repaint of Silver Streak, Roll Bar, which is a repaint of Swindle, and the one which I like the most is Mirage, and it's molded after the Ford GT40.
Heck yeah.
The GT40 is a beautiful car. I am so looking forward to that one. And the pictures of it that we've seen from BotCon look incredibly sweet.
Were there any pictures of the toy and car mode?
No, but a GT40 is damn pretty anyway. They'd have to seriously screw something up for it not to look completely awesome.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think everyone is really impressed with this. It looks like a really nice mold. It looks like the only articulation it doesn't have is waist articulation. It looks like they did a really good job with this. I think that fans will be really impressed. This looks like one of the six new molds that we're getting in 2006, which should include Optimus Prime and Mirage, and then 4 other ones. And then I believe it said that there's going to be 4 remolds / recolors that we're getting as well. So
My wallet hurts.
I really like these. I think that they're doing a really good job with alternators, and I believe, I don't know if we were going to talk about this later, but I guess that Hasbro and Takara are meeting later on this week to talk about larger price points for the alternators, which I know a lot of fans,
different vehicles and stuff.
a lot of fans would be
Motorcycles and stuff like that.
happy with, and
Yeah.
I would as well, because not going with the larger scale, but the smaller stuff like motorcycles, I think would fit really well with the alternators line. The larger stuff, I know a lot of fans would love a tank or a Tomcat or but
I think we need an alternator USS Flag. That's what we've all been waiting for.
We need a traffic light first.
I want that traffic light transformer from Cybertron. I would pay huge money for that.
Next year's BotCon exclusive?
I hope so.
Not saying it. But
Okay, is that it? Moving on?
Yeah,
think
let's
so.
move on to next story.
Okay, next story. The 10th anniversary Beast Wars figures. They're priced at $14.99, and Wave 1 will include Rhinox, Cheetor, and Waspinator, which you can find pictures of at allspark.com. And Wave 2 is rumored to include Dinobot, Transmetal Rat Trap, and maybe Tarantulas. Each figure will include a DVD with the Beast Wars episode showcasing that figure, and each figure will include one of 6 pieces to form Transmutate.
I am
And
absolutely.
don't forget the DVDs featuring the character. Or did you mention that?
Yeah,
I
he
mentioned
did.
that.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
not gonna hear argument from me.
I did
I'm
forget
absolutely in love with this whole idea, except for one thing, and that's the inclusion of Transmetal Rat Trap when all of them are pre-Transmetals. I wish that instead they did a basic Rat Trap and a basic Pterosaur and a 2-pack to keep it all kind of in the same continuity.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the Transmetal Rat Trap and, for that matter, Transmetal Cheetor. But that's because I kind of liked the Transmetal character designs for those a lot better than the Season 1 character designs.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get all of the Season 1 out of the way with, new paint applications, maybe some slight remold to, make them match the characters a little bit better. The other thing that kind of, bothers me a little bit is the $14.99 price point. Are all these, what would their price point would probably be around $8 if they were coming out today, right? Without being anniversary figures.
$10 because they were all deluxes.
Yeah, deluxes.
Yeah.
So that's an extra.
They'd be a $10 price point, $5 for 1/6 of another toy, plus the DVDs, plus increased paint apps.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
DVDs to produce are like pennies, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah,
Eh,
but to
paying for
license
the
the show, they
content.
might have to pay for it. But
Eh.
you guys
yeah,
like-
it seems a little bit much to me.
It seems like it's a little pricey, but it also seems like it's worth it.
Yeah, it's good for fans to catch up, and I think that, like I said, it's a 10th anniversary figure. The packaging looks really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't around when most of these toys were coming out the first time, and I've had the chance to catch up on some of them, but I haven't because, truthfully, the paint apps the first time around weren't that great and didn't match the show, so I didn't have that much of an interest in them. But this time around, I'll be sure to pick them up, even though the DVD doesn't mean much to me, since a lot of the fans have the DVD sets.
Including me, but I still think that's a benefit on my part, because I'm hoping they'll put some kind of special features on it with the episode.
Yeah, or maybe some DVD-ROM features.
Yep. Commentary?
Maybe.
What about the
can only
Transmutate
hope.
figure? Do you guys like that idea?
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely reaching out to the fans. I don't think anyone ever thought that we would get anything like that in these figures. Transmutate. It's truthfully, in my opinion, one of the best, most adult episodes that we got out of Beast Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with a lot of stuff, and to show that Hasbro recognizes that, and recognizes that as the anniversary figures, it more likely than not be fans who are picking these up. And that's a real nice reach out to the fans, and it's a really nicely sculpted figure as well. So
Yeah, it looks beautiful, and it's definitely going to encourage completism for the line.
yeah.
Dare I say fanway?
Oh
No!
Okay.
And as far as completism goes, I've got a few worries that it might end up being like Marvel Legends, where it's obnoxious to try to find everything unless you buy it off the internet
Yeah. That
in
could be.
entire set package, but
Right.
with one comes the other. And you know people would be bitching completely if you had a non-transforming Transformers toy released at a full price point.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next part of the
Sure, we can move
Beast
on.
Wars anniversary stuff?
Let's do it.
All right.
What are we moving on to here?
To Megatron and Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That's how much news we've gotten, folks.
Okay, and apparently in this line, Megatron and Optimus Primal will also be making an appearance, and they're going to be new molds.
Sweet.
And they're
no,
deluxes, right?
Yeah, deluxes, and they're going to have force chips with them.
Yeah, they're going to
apparently.
be part of the Cybertron line, I think.
Really?
So
Yeah.
they're saying that the Megatron will be completely resculpted, have 2 hands with a detachable tail. So I know a lot of fans
Yay!
will be happy with that. I'm looking forward to that. I really liked
Me too.
the recolor, the T-Rex recolor. It was a nice mold, and if they keep the same transformation scheme, which they'll pretty much have to if it's going to be a show, it should be a great toy. Just needed a little bit more detail and a couple changes made. Then Optimus Primal, who knows? It could be the Robot Masters version with some retooling.
No, it's not. They've said it's completely different from that, and almost completely different from any other version of Primal we've ever seen.
Yeah, the sad part was we didn't get to see pictures of them because
apparently people at BotCon did though, because they were actually describing the appearance on them.
Yeah, they had them on a slideshow, but there was no pictures allowed of the slideshows. So a lot of the toys that they did show, no one will ever see again until they come out. So.
That's a shame.
The one thing I'm really wondering about this is I thought they really nailed getting the TV show characters down at a deluxe size with the Robot Masters, and I'm wondering if any more changes that they make is only going to be a step down from that.
Yeah, I could. I mean, the way that people have been talking about what they saw, though, it's amazing. So, so I would be.
I'm willing to put some trust in Hasbro on these.
Yeah, it seems like they're making a lot of smart choices.
Yep.
Didn't anyone in there have any camera phones?
Oh, almost undoubtedly, and there are probably people with digital cameras too.
Yeah.
Although low light conditions and lack of tripod and large crowd aren't conducive to shaky cam shots, so if we see any pictures at all, they're not going to be good ones.
Yeah, I'm hoping that eventually we'll see something, or something will be officially released on the BotCon site, kind of like the.
I hope so.
Well, the pictures of Optimus Prime. I mean, those were
Alt Prime.
Those were on the official site, so hopefully they'll.
Hopefully, we'll see everything show up there at some point or another.
Right. I mean, for a while, the official Hasbro site would be where we would see a lot of the first time toys when they were updating them weekly.
Yeah, and now we get his comments on why Vector Prime has a mustache.
Yeah, and how he likes walking down the beach with Optimus Prime. But anyways,
speaking of which, at the design panel they mentioned that Vector Prime was supposed to be Alpha Trion.
Yeah.
Boy, that came out of left field.
Yep. I figured there isn't going to be another decent place to mention it, so what the hell.
There's always the end of the show.
Okay,
moving on. Next topic, more news out of BotCon. Apparently the Hasbro G1 reissue line is dead, but Hasbro will be releasing the Astro Train at the Hasbro Toy Shop.
Yep.
Wasn't there also some mention about possibly bringing over Japanese reissues through the Toy Shop website?
Yeah, trying to sell the Takara reissues through the website. It sounds like a great idea, and if they can get the licensing worked out, that'll be fantastic too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Toy Shop evolves, to see what exactly goes on there, and whether or not it's going to become a Hasbro exclusive type thing, or what. Because it seems like they're having at least some problems with distributors and getting them interested in in doing exclusives. So
and the TRU Sideswipe reissue never got released, and I heard them saying, "Oh crap, we never released that. Hey, maybe we'll put that up on the store too."
Yeah, how could they not know that Toys R Us didn't distribute it?
Well, they didn't distribute it in the United States. I heard maybe they distributed it in Canada or something. Something was weird there.
It's Canadian conspiracy.
So, so was it released in Canada?
Yeah, it was in relatively small numbers.
Damn Canadians. Okay, next topic. Universe Devastator. Apparently, the figure is planned to be a Target exclusive. Otherwise, it's going to the Hasbro Toy Shop, where it's currently listed at right now.
Okay.
I think I'm the only person who's really interested in this.
No,
I love the build thing mold, and I really think that this is a nice recolor. So
I love the name Build Thing, but it just inspires the idea that it's an awful kit-bashed gem creation.
Yeah, I already have my Universe Devastator, and that's the Micromaster one sitting right next to me, and I think it's a lot better than Build King.
Yeah, I got the same thing, and I have to say that it looks like it's more Devastator-ish than Build King thing, ring, ding, wing, whatever you want to call it. It looks more like Devastator than the RID one would.
yeah, either way, I'll be searching this out. So I'm glad that, like I said, they have a way now that if they can't get someone interested in an exclusive that they've already designed, release it on the Hasbro
They got a
Toy
store
Shop.
that they can just sell it online off of. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
looking,
make a little bit more profit that way.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it, but if it's going to be at Target, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to find it.
Well,
Well, then buy it online.
Yeah.
No.
All right, moving on to Cybertron.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, new Cybertron figures announced. Apparently, Unicron is going to be making his return in Cybertron as well. The mold will apparently be a futuristic tank. Woo.
So first he was a planet, then he got downgraded to a moon, and now he's shrunk down to a tank. I mean, what's next?
He's a
hoping
minicon.
Unicron.
That'll be great.
So
Now-
No, maybe it'll be a Pillbug next.
I didn't see this.
Oh, I got that.
I didn't see any of the pictures of the Unicron tank. Was it available?
No, that was one of the slideshow pictures.
That was one of the slideshow pictures. Okay, because there's so much stuff. There's so much news. It's hard to keep track of everything. And
damn
what's
you,
what
camera phone
and-
people.
Yeah, and there.
Yep.
I thought for a second when I saw the the cement truck one, I thought that might have been it, but no.
Nope.
But
And
it'll be interesting
gonna-
to see if this comes from the storyline. Like, is this? I would almost guess it would have to be something that
yep.
it would come from the storyline. Maybe Unicron possesses
Some tank.
a
Bludgeon.
transformer or something, and
From the description, it sounds like it's based off Bludgeon, although I've heard people say it doesn't look a thing like Bludgeon, but from the descriptions, it sounds exactly like him.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling this is going to be a non-show character like Energon, Sharkticon, and Slugslinger.
Maybe. Might come up after the show ends, when in the gap between Cybertron and the filler line.
yeah. So I don't know. It sounds interesting. I think the fans at least the fans who weren't there are still kind of wary. But
Yep.
like I said, everyone who's there says that everything was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, another new figure that was announced was Nemesis Leo Breaker, which is the Galaxy Force equivalent of Dark Ligerjack.
Looks cool, and it's not going to be a magazine giveaway in the United States, so double cool.
Yeah. How many people do you think are going to rush out and get Nemesis Leo Breaker tattoos? That Decepticon tribal thing that he has on his arm. Yeah, it's seriously, it looks really nice. It looks like very nice paint applications,
Yep.
and definitely nice. I think a lot of people are now hoping that they'll get the dark override repaint as well, because I know there are a lot of people who have been wanting to get that as well. So, and
That
this
would
is
definitely look cool.
Were you talking about real tattoos or those Bazooka Joe, like, rub-on kind of things?
no,
Because
that's
I'm afraid of needles.
If it was packaged with a rub-on tattoo of the.
Yeah, if it was packaged with a temporary tattoo of the tribal Decepticon logo,
Yeah, I think
that's enough to buy it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be impressed with this. I don't know how well it'll sell, considering that the regular Leo Breaker will be out for a
Doesn't
while
sell
by
well.
then.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of Megatron having a pet kitty more than Optimus Prime.
yeah,
That does-
stroke my cat. Yeah.
It's got like a very Dr. Evil, Mr. Bigglesworth kind of vibe going for it.
I was going to go more legitimate villain Blofeld kind of vibe, but that works too.
Or why not? Oh crap! What was the name of the guy from Inspector Gadget?
Dr.
Yeah,
Claw.
Dr. Claw.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
I'll get you next time, Prime. Next time.
Okay, so enough.
Okay,
cat
we got way off
references.
topic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next Cybertron info.
Another new Cybertron figure, Minicon Battle Packs. Yay, more Minicons. They're
I
good.
can tell you're so enthralled.
The Battle Packs will be a 2-pack Minicon set featuring 1 Autobot and 1 Decepticon. Now, my question is, aren't the Minicons, isn't that their faction?
I think they've kind of given up on that.
Yeah, the Minicon
in
being
the
their own
Cybertron
thing.
now. Yeah, when they were the gimmick of the line, having them be their own faction was good. When you're not going to have a ton in each line, having 1 Autobot, 1 Decepticon kind of makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, well, and considering the only Minicons in Galaxy Force so far
Have been Autobots.
and have had weird little, connections to Vector Prime. I think that they're pretty much considered, at least these ones have been good guys, and then obviously there would be bad guys if they're doing versus packs. But I mean, how much could these go for? Like $3.99? I mean,
I just hope they're not at the basic price point, because before we were getting 3 for that much.
yeah. So I mean, you'd have to open
Although
up
we're going to get
something
some
a
new
little
molds here, too. I think basically they're just treating them like whatever masters now, which not really a bad thing. Okay,
Okay,
moving on.
Awa, you had some stuff?
Yeah, I had some ideas for what we might want to mention. Oh, Cybertron cartoon? Do we want to mention that?
We can leave that for the end.
Okay, how about the BotCon figures? Do we care what the panel exclusives and stuff were, or are those just as underwhelming as everything else has been in the exclusive line?
Well, I figured we mentioned them before, so I just threw it to you.
Alright, cool. What do you think of the Ben Yee writing the comic for the thing?
He obviously knows his history. I mean,
Yep.
there's no fan that doesn't know that. And during the Beast Wars, he was pretty much the guy to go to. Since then, it seems like he's kind of helped out here and there when people need real information on Transformers. I know that he helped out a lot during Beast Wars, but I guess Dreamwave used him a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So he obviously knows his stuff. I haven't read it, so I don't know what.
I remember in his director's commentary type thing that he put on his website, he mentioned that he based the fight choreography off of episodes of Highlander.
Yeah, so lots of fans should be happy with that.
Yep.
But yeah, from everything that I saw, it looks good. The art looks good. The storyline seems interesting, but nothing really more than that.
So the design panel had some interesting stuff that we might want to cover. Let's see, Aaron Archer saying no bases because they don't sell, but he'd still like to do one.
Yeah,
Any
I wouldn't.
thoughts?
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy one either.
I like bases.
Yeah, I hate how every single time a large figure comes out, someone's like, "Oh, look at the base mode that I made," and it's just his legs sticking straight out and his arms going forward so that
Yep.
something can roll up it. It's like, okay, sure, it looks
And
kind of like a
whatever.
base.
And now that we have a ton of more mini-cons coming out, a base doesn't even really need to be that big.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, I don't know. It seems like if I'm gonna get something that transforms, the base mode better be the third mode, and it better have a good robot mode and a good vehicle mode, and the base mode, whatever. I could care less.
Yep.
But I don't want any, city bots or,
Yeah, unless-
anything like that.
Unless they're doing a new Fortress Maximus, and
Yeah.
even then, only maybe.
Yeah, it
the
would
city
have to
bot
be
isn't
really nice.
necessary.
I mean, who didn't love Micromaster Hot House? I mean, you have a firehouse that transforms into a tank. That's just so off the wall, but I mean, it was really fun too.
Yeah.
Am I alone in that?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So alone.
So sad.
Yep.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner now.
Alright, you have fun doing that. Okay, past that, some interesting information regarding what might happen with the next lines. Takara, they say, is taking a break from doing a Transformers line, apparently because of the whole Takara-Tomy merger restructuring type stuff, which means that Hasbro's probably going to look at doing the show stateside again, which could be pretty interesting.
Which
Hopefully
which a lot of us have been crossing our fingers for.
yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a mainframe produced show, and oh,
That would be
God,
great.
I would love it. I would hope so. But
I
yeah,
just
one of the really interesting
really
things
hope
they
that-
said that I guess they showed pictures of what could be after Cybertron, but in between Cybertron and the movie. And they said
Yeah.
alternators realism, but Cybertron, playability. Which there's no reason why they can't do that. I mean, all it would take is altering molds to make them look more realistic that most fans would be really happy with, and then make them solid enough that kids could play with them. So.
Now, the other thing is, they're saying that with this new line, one, they might restructure the leader structure. I mean, they'll still have an Optimus Prime and a Megatron, but they might not be the leaders in the next one. And if they focus on characters instead of gimmicks, they'll probably drop the line-spanning gimmick.
Dear God, I hope so. Dear God.
Yeah.
The gimmicks are getting way too big. I mean, during Superlink, I mean, that was all it was. It was like, oh, combine. They can combine. They can all combine. And
except for the Decepticons, who just kind of sit there.
Yeah, the Energon wasn't so bad, because I actually liked, the Energon weapons and the idea behind that. That was interesting. But then going back to Galaxy Force, and you've got the chips and stuff that, unlock secret powers.
And they're an advertising gimmick. I mean,
yeah. And
has there been any of the Force chip gimmicks that couldn't have been done another way and just advertised on their own?
No, it's a story structure thing. Something that kids who watch a show can be like, oh, Mommy, look, it's a Speed Planet key. I gotta get it. So
it's just a tie-in for the cartoon?
Yeah, nothing interesting there. But the fact that they showed pictures of Starscream and Megatron. And Starscream was an F-15 and Megatron was a gun. I mean...
Now, normally Megatron as a gun would be kind of upsetting. I know there are some people who love the idea of Megatron as a gun, some people who hate it. But that combined with the fact that he might not be the leader, which would kind of take out the, oh my god, he's the leader, and yet his alt mode is completely useless complaints, which leaves you with, of course, a badass toy firearm that transforms into a badass robot.
Yeah, it could be really interesting to see what they do without, Takara kind of helping out with the storyline, to see what an American-produced show would look like after they've had, 3 years or 4 years of
crap
stuff all...
The one thing that really worries me about this is, what is the extent of Takara's break? I mean, is it just from the storyline and the animation, or does it also extend to them being hired out for the engineering? Because I'm going to cry my eyes out if we have a whole line of Mega Dinobots.
I don't think we'll have that problem. I mean, even in Beast Wars and Beast Machines, they were all Takara designed.
Well, come on, what was wrong with the Mega Dinobots?
They suck. That's what's wrong with them. It was a nice try, though, and to be honest, if we have a few flops like that in the next line or two, or even in a sideline or something like that, if it means that we can get the American design team up to snuff with the Japanese design team and have two teams working on the engineering of the toys at the same time, that would mean twice as many good toys.
Let's be honest. Let's just let Don design everything, and then
that would work
then all the fans would be happy.
Yeah.
So, you want to go on to talking about the BotCon exclusives, and then finishing up with Cybertron?
BotCon exclusives don't really seem that interesting, but okay, we'll mention them.
They weren't interesting, but it is news.
Yeah, they were never. Okay, it's news.
You finally got your Ratchet that you had been talking about forever.
Yeah, they made one of the Buy It Here packs, Ratchet, and the red RC repaint called Flare Up. And then the 8th figure was the black RC repaint called Flame War. And the other Buy It Here pack was an Insecticon clone 2-pack of the Buzzclaw repaints.
Yeah, the only thing I was really impressed with as far as these ones were the Ratchet Sirens remold and the Ratchet head remold. I think they did a really good job with Ratchet. It looks like a really nice toy. It's a shame they had to package it with another RC seeing as how there's 3 of those now. it seems like a...
There's the original, there's the Paradron Medic version that was released in Superlink in limited numbers, there's the one that was included with the show that's called Chromia but is supposed to be Moonracer, there's the Flame War one that was the 8th exclusive that came with it if you actually attended the con, and then there's Flare Up that comes with whoever the hell this is, so that's... What, 6 versions?
That's quite a few.
So is Flare Up the Fire Guts repaint we saw?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, who is supposedly a prodigy of Flame War, which is a great name for a Transformer going through the wars. I think that's got to be a fan nod.
Yep. Although I can think of other things Flame War could be a reference to.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
There's a flamor in my pants.
Well,
I
wait.
probably should have used protection.
Oh, what? Oh.
Never mind. That was stupid.
But yeah, I like these. I am not very impressed with them, but I like them. The Insecticon
Fair
clones, it's a nice thing for fans to be able to get. And supposedly with the Insecticon clones, there's slight differences in some of the different molds, different color usage and whatnot. So seems interesting
cool.
enough.
Yeah. And do we want to go to the Cybertron show now?
Guess we'll finish up with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cybertron.
Matrix, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Just checking.
From TFWIRE.com, apparently the Cybertron cartoon is moving back to Cartoon Network. It's going to be moving in January and will continue to air there until winter of '06.
That'll be quite
Cool.
a long run.
Yep.
And I've actually really enjoyed it being on Kids WB just because of how frequently it's coming out and
Now,
did
you say
every
that?
day when I come home.
Didn't you say they were doing away with the kids WB?
Yeah, so that could be a decent reason why.
They're not going to have it on there after.
Yeah, I believe in the fall is when supposedly it's going to end. That it's going to move to a more teen-oriented afternoon lineup, like I don't know, Saved by the
I wonder
Bell
what
and
that could
that sort of
Saved
stuff.
by the Bell.
Teen and tween stuff. The old TNBC lineup, that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'm guessing that's why it would be heading back towards Cartoon Network.
Okay.
But hopefully there it won't be stuck in a Saturday night slot.
Even if they could get the quality up to Justice League standards, I don't think even a Saturday night slot would be a bad thing.
Well, if most shows were up to Justice League standards, then most shows would be better than they already are.
Good point.
But I think that's just about everything that we had. If we missed anything, send us an email at tfwire@gmail.com. Let us know, because there literally is so much news coming out of BotCon that it's hard to keep up with. We didn't really talk about very much of the panels, so maybe we'll get into that next time. And
we may have a report from a roving reporter that we had volunteered to get us some interviews down at BotCon. We don't know if that'll fall through, if we still have that going, so stay tuned next week for that possibility.
But until then, this is Pirated TV Pro signing out.
OS64 saying, see ya.
D-Buster Prime, catch you next week.
And Matrix Prime, out.
See you in 7. D-Buster, fix your mic.
Hey Awa, this is where you do the ninja rap.
Yeah, come
Break
on,
it.
Ninja Rap.
Ninja, come on, do it. Do it.
Ice Ice Baby?
What? Life size
Dun,
baby?
dun, 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 dun.
Stop. Yeah.
Ice is back with a brand new addiction.
I'm trying to think of how the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, on the half shell, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more? The crime wave is high with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are curious. 'Cause
I
they
got that
can't
song.
Find the source of this easily. That was from the original movie. That was
Yep.
Power. Yeah.
I got it on cassette though.
Turtle power. Turtle power. Turtle power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Wow.
Yeah, we did. What are you talking about? Autobots! Decepticons! Go!
Are we still recording?
I think so.
I am. Oh,
I'm still actually recording.
so am I. I want to get everything.
Alright.
So we didn't get the Ninja Turtle song? Alright.
Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna stop it and export it.